Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy weekend to you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video where I've got a couple big announcements and things to talk about that are really exciting. And then we're also going to be going over all of the events in game. Keep an eye on the crazy Supreme Galek summoning. We'll see how whaled out the global leaderboard is, and we'll talk about what you should be focusing on in game. We'll go over some of the offers, see if there's anything noteworthy in the shop, and all of that to keep you in the loop here for Raid Shadow Legends and the community. Let's get into it. Alrighty, now first of all, as we dive into game, we have got the 2x voids obviously going on this weekend, as you can see right above my head. And over on the right, I wanted to pull up the guaranteed summon event chart because I had some people asking yesterday about the context of void shards and when to pull and how often are these events and all of that. It's been really weird so far in 2023. Plarium seems to be taking a new objective. We had like the month of January where they've done Shogger, but we've only had one legendary guaranteed summon event in January, February, and it's looking like March. We're not going to get one at all in March either. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they are abandoning this method, because if we don't get a guaranteed summon event for one of the starter legendaries, that's super weird, because you would think that would definitely be a featured opportunity for them to put one of them in that, because it's been a while and they were also starting to really prioritize the void events compared to the ancients and the sacreds. It's been a really long time since we've had a guaranteed event for an ancient or a sacred. It's been since November for ancients and also sacreds. So it's starting to look like we can almost bank on these starting to be a thing of the past, and Plarium kind of shifting their focus on how they want to do some of the summoning stuff happening in game. So obviously how each one of you manages your shards is going to be a little bit different depending on the account. I personally am not going to be pulling during the 2x weekend. I'm just going to be saving up and waiting until I can double dip with the next fusion champion or whatever is going on, because I'm kind of at the point on my account where it's going to make sense for me to hold off until there's a little bit more value, because I don't need any of the epics or any of like the general utility stuff to get into more content. But that is going to depend on you and where you stand currently. And we also need to take a look at the Champion Chase tournament and see how crazy it's getting out there for Supreme Galek. Now, yesterday I said that I was in a decently realistic group to win, and it's looking like somebody else noticed that. So right now they have pulled about, if they had average RNG, they've pulled about 88 to 90 voids, somewhere in there. Not like insanity. They haven't pulled like hundreds of voids or something, but it means it's not going to be realistic for me to get after it. So looking like my group is mostly decided, and it's going to be somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000 points probably to win Supreme Galek. Now on the global leaderboard, we are getting some madness. So how many shards is this? That is going to be about 1,700 void shards for the current leader of the global leaderboard for Supreme Galek. So that is bonkers. I don't even know how you get 1,700 void shards, because you can't, they're not like ancients where you can just buy them endlessly with gems. I don't even know how you get 1,700 voids, to be honest with you. So that's pretty impressive. And also the Supreme Elhain stuff is going to be ending very soon. We have got a spider tournament that is live today, but it's not part of the Supreme Elhain fragments. This is just going to be your normal kind of anniversary type of event that you can see with the 1,000 points over there on the right side if you get to 1525. And the same exact drill with the classic arena takedown right underneath it. But then if we go under the events tab, that's where you'll see the stuff for Supreme Elhain. You've got another day or two on the champion training and the dungeon divers. You can knock both of them out at once. You do get points in dungeon divers for doing the campaign, because you're getting the artifact drops as you clear stages. So make sure you're focusing on that if you're going for Supreme Elhain, as that stuff will be coming to a close. And then we'll probably hear within the next week or two on what the next event is going to be. It's probably going to be a fusion event, because we just had a fragment event and they like to kind of switch it up. So we'll see. I doubt they do another one, but yeah, we'll probably be hearing about that within the next like 10 days, to be honest, because they usually do them at about a once a month pace. And also in the vein of talking about the guaranteed champions and Supreme Elhain and all of that, I've got a big announcement for our master tier list that I'm super proud of, because there's so many people that put a lot of effort into this and effort into keeping it up to date. And it's getting more and more robust as every week passes. And now you can search for a champion like Supreme Elhain right here. And now when you get the overall grade over here on the right, and when you click, you're going to be getting a breakdown of the stats and the grades, and we have got the multipliers on there and the ability icons. And we're going to continue to figure out how to lay this out more and more fancy. We've got a lot of people working on stuff like this and doing a really good job. So it's not just me doing this, but I definitely am very proud of how this is going so far, and it's progressing super fast. And if you ever want to browse through and check this out, I will link to it down below, where you can bounce on over here and search through champions. And as always, feel free to let me know in Discord or in comment sections or whatever, where you agree and where you disagree. We work on this every day, basically, and we're constantly adjusting grades to try and keep it as accurate as possible. But for some of the other stuff going on in game, there was a news post here talking about there's going to be some drop fever events. Now we have got, it looks like the high elves from the spiders. I don't think that's going to be a super hype one. Sacred Order in the spider, Oryx in the spider. We need like a Sylvan Watcher or something. That would be a little bit more hyped up. But we are going to be getting here in a few days. We're going to be getting a double speed artifact in the Dragon's Lair. I wish it was 3x. Those have been a little bit more sought after from the community. I don't know if the 2x is going to hype people up anymore, but worth noting that on March 28th, there is going to be a 2x drop fever for speed artifacts from the Dragon's Lair starting on Tuesday. And that may double dip with a CVC. I need to confirm 100%, but we're probably going to be getting a CVC starting on Tuesday. And also worth noting that we have only got about a day and a half left on the Doom Tower. So just your quick reminder to get in and check out the Doom Tower. Now, we've got a Void Pack builder popping up here. So right in my face. So what do we got? Not much choice here. Probably the 2 books. And 6 days of XP, or, I mean, 6 refills. I don't know. A 300 energy, no. Just to not run out, I'd probably go like that route. Okay, let's plug it in. So that was going to be the 6 voids right here, and then the 6 days of XP. Okay, boom. And then the 2 legendary books of boom. And what was it? It was $20. So let's plug that in. And it comes out to a 1.35 here on the Void Pack Builder. So at 1.35, it's probably a decent offer for the people that are scaling up towards the higher spending tiers. I would say for anybody low to mid tier on spending, it's not going to be enticing enough to get in there and YOLO after this Void Pack. But now let's check the other stuff going on here in the shop. Okay, so we've got your standard void packs. Those aren't anything special or noteworthy. Nope, these soul stones aren't going to do it for me. We talked about that. The spring pack, if you're curious, is a 1.15 about, so it's okay. The regular pack, that's your gift. We plugged that one in already. The event advantage is basically like a 0.9 or a 1.0. It's and then the savage, yeah, that's only going to be for the super high tier spenders. So okay, a little bit underwhelming in the shop today, but at least there's one 1.35 decent offer. And also, my other big announcement that I want to talk about on the way out is tonight I'm going to be the featured player for the Diablo 4 beta that Blizzard is probably going to be like shouting out in the Blizzard launcher and stuff like that. So I'm going to be hanging out with some other content creators and having fun, and maybe doing a quiz and being the featured player for Diablo 4. Now I know some of you are mobile players and you only come here for raid, and that's perfectly fine. It's just something that I'm excited about, so I wanted to tell you about. So I'll probably be hanging out on Twitch and like streaming on my Diablo channel. I have 2 separate channels. I do the raid and the mobile stuff here on this channel, and then I have a separate one where I cover Diablo and RPG type of stuff. So I'm going to be doing that tonight. It's why I wasn't able to do Deadwood's clan boss thing. He did invite me and reach out to me, and I would have loved to be a part of it because Deadwood's stuff is always super hype and amazing, and he does a great job hosting it. And from what I'm hearing, I've been following it. It's been a lot of fun so far, but I'm only one person. I can only be one place at once, and I wasn't able to do it because I've got all the Diablo craziness going on right now. But I'm still going to be here for you doing raid 5 hours a day. I promise I'm not going anywhere, and I'll never abandon you for another game. I'm going to be here covering raid on a daily basis. So anyway, that does it for me on this one. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I appreciate you. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.